Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Dubey and welcome to you all on Creative Edge channel. Today I am going to discuss important questions of previous year of JEE Architecture Aptitude section. I hope you must have taken the Nata test yesterday and you all would have done good in that test, and I also hope that our courses, our live streaming would have helped you a lot. Now, without wasting our further time, let us begin to discuss today's session, today's question. And the very first question that we are having today is, as you can see on your screen, that let us first read the directions for the question. That the problem figure shows the top view of an object. We have to identify the correct elevation from amongst the answer figures looking in the direction of the arrow. So in this video, I will be in this question type, I will be telling you how to detect, how to figure out the elevation, what exactly elevation is. But before we start, let me cross check if I am audible to all of you. I hope you can let me know if I am not audible. I will be telling you how. Okay. So hello Monica, hello all the participants that we are who all are seeing me live. So hello everyone. So this is the very first question. So I have checked that I am audible as well as visible. Now let us discuss this question. So this question is based on the concept elevation. Now when I say elevation, what exactly elevation means? For example, if you look at this, okay, have a look at this remote in front of me. So you can see that you all are able to see the remote, that is the front view of this. This is a rectangular in shape. Now for example, if I see this remote from the topmost side, so this topmost region has been given to me. I hope all the participants can see me. This is the topmost view that have been given to me in the question. I have to predict that how the rest of the view, that is the bottom view, that is a side view of that figure will be. Am I clear to all of you? So let us try to solve how this question we will be doing that. For the attempting such type of question, you need imagination, that how an object will look like when you will be figuring out the elevation. So for example, I can see that I am seeing multiple squares in this figure, and in multiple squares I can see that if I talk about this shape. So observe that, try to figure out that when I can get this shape. Obviously I am seeing this from the top view. Obviously if I were to imagine that, I would have imagined this way. Let me imagine that this is one of the structure that I would be imagining. Now if I see from the top view, I will be getting this square, small square. Now outside of this small square there is this big square. So obviously this big square in this way, that this small square is exactly touching these two edges. So how our front view will look like? Obviously if I consider this to be my figure, so I can see that I will be able to see something like that. Now if I view from the top, obviously I will be getting this shape and this square. You should also notice one thing, that if I try to draw the 3D view of this, so ये कुछ इस तरह से दिखेगा, and not exact this way. Just hold for a while. तो ये आपको कुछ इस तरह से एक स्क्वायर और बना हुआ कुछ दिखेगा. This is how your picture will look like. Now if you are seeing from the front, you will be able to see this square that I can see here, and you will be able to see this part that can be seen here, this part. Now then what will come next? Obviously I will have one base from here. So this, hold a moment. So this base will definitely, from the front view, it will look like this. So if I draw my final figure, obviously it will going to look like this. My sketch is quite rough, so I hope you all are able to understand that how my diagram will look like. Now we can see that option 1 could be one of the possible answers. Now let us cross check other options as well. You can see that option 2 is absurd, we should not be taking that. Option 3, because of this square, it should not be the correct one. I will be discarding that as well. So I will also discarding an option 4 as well, because I do not have two squares in front of me. So definitely the correct answer to this question is option number 1. I hope you all are able to understand, right? So do let me know your doubts. In case if you are not able to understand that, we if possible we will be discussing that in the last as well. So a lot of questions we will be discussing today. Some around 30 to 40 questions are there, which I will try to solve today. Okay, now let us move to next question. Let me show you the next question. So this is the next question in front of you. I hope this is a different one. Yes, this is a different one. The instruction are the same. The instruction remains same for all of you. You just have to do the same thing in this question as well. So I hope you all are able to see the three options only. Let me check if I arrange other options as well, if I able to show you. Till then, just try to figure out if any one of the three options is correct among these. So hold for a while. I hope all the four options are visible now. I can see that on the screen. Okay, so let us move to this question. Okay, so one of the questions I am getting is that from Sam, that you have completed your 12th with MEC subjects and you are interested for architecture. So if you want to write Nata. So Sam, by the way, we are discussing some important questions here, and we do not have a lot of time. So but I would like to help you from my side, that you can contact on our you can contact to our team, and they will definitely will be guiding you whether you can move forward from it here or not. So I hope this will be feasible for you in this. But let us continue with today's question. So this is the second question that we can see that the question reads, again the instructions are same, and in this question now again we have to find out the elevation. So let us see how our elevation will look like if I try to draw this. So you can I believe you must have learned to imagine how you will be. So obviously you will be getting this square, obviously you will be getting such kind of shape. This is how you will be, this is one of the objects that you will be seeing from the front, and then you will have this view. If you are seeing this view from the top, so obviously from the front you will be seeing something like this. So if I try to explain you in 3D, so suppose this is your base, and on this base there is this small elevation of this. However, this pen is cylindrical in shape, but I do not have any rectangular object, but any rectangular object is kept on it. I hope you all are able to understand that. So now, and then you have this shape as well. From the front you can see this shape as well. So obviously you will be seeing one of the you will be able to see one of the if you are seeing this from the top, so obviously from the front, if you see from the front, so आपको ये वाली चीज यहाँ पर दिखाई देगी पहले तो. This rectangle you all will be able to see, so that I can clearly see in all the option, that is option number 1, 2, 3 and 4. But the fact here is that in option number 1 you have this square shape, you have in option number 2 this square shape. So I believe that should not be visible to you, क्योंकि हम यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं कि यहाँ पर ये वाला जो rectangle है, this rectangle, there is no such line that we can form. So it is possible that one of the square can look like this, but we should not, rather than for the going for the possibility, we should say कि exactly कैसा दिख रहा होगा. So option 3 is I find more appropriate as compared to option 1, 2 And option 4 could also work. So let us try to figure out of option 3 and 4 which will be the correct one. So if I have this shaded region, so obviously that can be seen in option number 3 and in option number 4 here as well, if you see from the front. Now how about other things? So let us try to figure out. So I can see that I will be seeing this shape as well. I will be seeing this shape as well. So that can be seen in option number 3 here as well, and in option number 4 as well, here as well, here as well. So I'm able to see that. Then I will have this shape with me along with this base. So let us try to figure out this base. So I have this base with me in this figure as well, in this figure as well, and then I will have this square. So elevation of this square should look like this and this. Okay, so now what is the difference between two options? So I can see that this one additional square is also given in option number 4, which is not given in option number 3. So I believe 4 should not be the correct option for this. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3 here. I hope I must be able to solve that. Sam is asking commerce with maths. So Sam, I believe in India, if you want to do architecture from maths, so as much as I know, you must have PCM. But if you are looking for foreign university, some foreign college, so their college commerce with maths, it works. So, but still I would recommend that you contact with my team, and you can contact it, and they will be guiding you with that which options are available to you, not only in India but in foreign as well. So they will be helping you. Okay. Question, Monica is saying question is not visible now. Monica, is it visible now? I can see that. Yes, to me it is visible, I believe. Refresh this and I believe you will be able to see the question. Okay, so let us move to another question now. So again, this is the question at the same time. Now before I explain, I will be waiting from your side. I will be waiting for 10 seconds. You can pause the video as well. But from my side, I will be waiting for 10 seconds in order to your answer, for checking your answer, whether you are able to answer it or not. So let me count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. Okay. You are still not able to see, but from on my screen, Monica, I am able to see this. I believe there is some problem from your side, if I am not wrong. Let me check it. So basically the question statement remains the same for all the question. You can see, if I have shown you now here as well, the question statement is still the same. You have to find out the elevation in this question. So do not worry about the question statement. Just from now you will be required to focus more on the figures that you are being asked. Okay, so I hope some of you must have solved this question. So let me tell you how we will be approaching that. So again, this is the top view that we have been given with. We have to figure out the front view. Now if you see that this structure, if I talk about these 3 blocks, so definitely if from the top view I am seeing these 3 blocks, they should be stair-like structure. Why I am thinking of stair-like structure? If I consider all the options, some of you may argue that there could be 3 blocks one after the another, and all the blocks are of equal length. Yes, it could be one of the possibilities, but in none of the options it is being shown, right? If you closely option all the, so as such thing are not being shown. So obviously these 3 blocks, they should be a stair-like structure. And if you consider an instant, no matter whether you see from the top or from the front, you will be always be observing the blocks only, right? Now if I talk about this part, if I talk about this part, so if you ever observe a, let us say you have a stair and around beside these stairs you have two walls in front of you, and there is one wall touched to that stairs, right? So you have a structure like that. These are your three stairs. There is one wall here, there is one wall here, and there is one wall here, right? So if you observe that, you will be getting the same structure from the top view as well as from the front view, and from that you should be getting option 2 as your correct answer, right? I hope you all are able to understand that you will be getting this structure only if you observe from the front as well. So I hope this all is clear to you. So do let me know if you are not able to understand this concept, all the participants, Monica, Sam, Sujal, all the people. I hope you all are able to understand, you all are with me. So do let me know if you are not able to understand that. We will be discussing it in more detail in the last of this session. Okay, now let us move to this question. Again, this is the next question in front of you. Now where again you have to find out the elevation. So you can see that you are seeing from the top view, you are seeing the three blocks which are of equal length, I believe. So how can you form these three blocks? So you can see that if you observe this part, if you observe this option number 1, so if you observe this, suppose if I consider option 1, so from the top obviously I will be able to see this part which can be seen here. I'm just telling you the way where you will be cross checking the option. Now if you consider this part, so this can be seen here. Then if you consider this part, so the length of this part and that of this part are same, while in our actual figure this length and this length are not equal. So I will be discarding option number 1 from here. Similarly, if I choose option number 1, option number 2, so I can see that this length and this length are equal, but while in this case we can see that this length and this length are not equal, so I will be discarding option number 2 as well. Now if I move to option number 3, so I can see that this length that can be seen here, then this length that can be seen here, then again this length. So the same case as it was in the option number 1, so I can see that C should also not follow. And now let us check option D as well. However, 3 options are already been discarded. The option 4 should be the correct one. So this length I can see, this is the same length I am able to see. Then this length, which is this length, then again this smaller length, so I can see that this is small block of smaller width. Then this shape, so I am getting this shape, and then I will be getting 2 more shape. Let me try to, if I should be getting more shapes possible. Hold for a while, let me check if I have done something wrong in any of the questions. Let us cross check that. So this is something I will be getting, then I will have this part, I will have this part and this part. Okay, to be more appropriate, I believe 4th should also not follow. Let us cross check second option as well. If I have done that well, that is something I'm not getting. Let us cross check all the options. Sometimes options are also wrong, you get the bonus for that. Let me cross check if I am able to find out the correct answer. Otherwise I believe this had to be a bonus question. This is the length that I am getting, then this is the length I am getting here. I should get this length, but which is I'm not able to find out. So how many lines are possible? What 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. A should not be the correct one definitely. Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the correct, okay, let us cross check this possible answer. I'll be getting this part, and then I will be getting this part. Okay, let us take other option. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, this is not should be the correct one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 I should be counting, and I should not be counting 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also wrong. Let us check this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 4 is also not correct, my dear students. This is option number 3 which is correct. So I can see that 3 lines I should be getting if I see from the top, and these lines are made because of these pointed sharp edged areas, that is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So you can see that in this actual figure as well you will be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So obviously option 3 is correct in our case. Okay, let us move to another question then. Then again, a very easy question from this. Let me check your chat box as well. Yes, it is. So Monica, yes, it is. It was 3. I hope rest of the participants are also able to understand what we are seeing here. Okay, so 3 was the correct answer for this question, for that question, previous question. Okay, now let us observe this. So I can observe this figure. Now if I talk about this shape, which is this one, so that is something look like this. This is the shape that we can see here in our actual figure. And why such figure will occur? So if you draw the elevation from these lines, you can see that. Now you can see that why I am bringing this elevation. I said in all the questions I have told you different approaches to look at the question. One is the imagination, second is checking, go by the option, counting the number of vertices, and this is the third approach that I am saying, telling you, is that you can draw the lines as well. So if I draw the line, so you can trace the front view from these lines. So you can see that you will be getting 3 lines out of here. So I can see that 1, 2, 3 lines I am getting in option number 1, option number 2, 3 and 4 as well, right? And you also observe that these 2 lines, that is this line and this line, that is this line and this line, they are of the same length, right? So obviously you, in all the option you getting these line of the same length. Then what else you are getting? Apart from that, you should be tracing this line, you should be tracing this line, you should be tracing this line. The bottom figure should again have 3 lines. So we can see in option number 3 we have 4 lines. This should be immediately discarded. This should be discarded immediately. Then if I observe option number 1, 2 and 4, so you can see that in option number if I trace these 2 lines, so that is given in option number 1 and 4. So 2 should also be discarded. So I am left with, so 1, 2, 3, 3 shapes. I have 3 top view, 3 shapes I should have. So second and third has been discarded. Let us now check out of option number 1 and 4 which is possible. The only difference that you and I believe all can observe here is that the length of this part and the length of this part you all can observe. While in option number 4, if I closely, while in option number 2 and 4, so I believe these 2 length, 1 and 4, these 2 length are differ, and out of the 2, 1 would be the correct. So let us cross check the length of this second part. So if I see the second figure, this length is smaller somewhat and this is somewhat bigger. Okay, while in option number 4 and 2 and 4 and 1, so if I compare them, so what I can observe is that if you observe this length, I am shading that length and this length. However, there is a difference between these 2 lengths, but not that much. As shown in option number 1, this length is small and this is quite bigger. While in option number 4, this is smaller, this is bigger, but not that big as shown in option number 1 and as shown in the actual figure. So obviously I believe that option 4 should follow from here. 4 is more precise, exactly. 4 is more precise from here. Okay, so this is the repetition of this question. This question was again asked in Hindi language. So let us move to another question now from here. So we have done the 4 to 5 question of elevation. Now let us read the instruction first, that the 3D figure shows the view of an object. We have to identify the correct front view in the question of the arrow amongst the following. So front view of the arrow. So just like elevation, this is the reverse of elevation type question. There the front view or the top view was given, you had to identify the possible front view. In this question you have been given a 3D image, and out of the 3D image you will be asked anything, either it could be the front view, the top view. So this is, I believe, easier as compared to the previous one, because in the previous one it requires more imagination as compared to this question. You have to report the 2D image in the option. So imagining a 2D figure is way easy as compared to the imagining a 3D figure, because 3D image has already been given to you, so you will not have to require too much of imagination in this particular question. So this is the question that is in front of us. So do let me know which option you believe is correct one. I am waiting for your responses as well in this. Right? So if you are able to observe the front view from this, so how you from this arrow you have to observe the front view. So let me explain you how you will approaching this question. You will be seeing this rectangle, you will be seeing this rectangle, which are, and both the rectangles are of equal length. I am not saying that to be a cuboid, I am saying the rectangle. Why I am saying so? Because you will be seeing this part, you will be seeing this part. So obviously you will be forming two rectangles of equal length. This is how these two stairs will look like from the front. Then you will have this rectangle which is comparatively smaller, of a smaller length, so that will look like this. And then you will have this part in front of you, this part. And apart from that, you will also be seeing this rectangle, this square as well, which will look here. So let me try to draw it properly for you. So from here I can see that you will be able to draw such kind of figure, and you will have this rectangle as well, right? So let us cross check the option which is the correct one. I believe fourth one is a precise option for this. Fourth one is correct, right? I hope no one is confused why option number 1 is not correct, because you can see that you will be observing this full square here, this rectangle I am talking about, which is not given in this case. It had to be like this. So that is why fourth is the correct option. So correct, Sanskriti, Monica, all. So you are correct in this case as well. So let us move to this question. This is again an easy one. So let us so you can pause the video and you can attempt this. So if I try to explain this to you, so again you will be able to see this part, you will be able to see this rectangle, and you will be able to see this rectangle. So you will be getting a figure like this. This is somewhat like you will be getting. Apart from that, you will also be getting this one rectangle. So this will look like this, I believe. ये कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा आपको. Okay, so let us cross check our given option, which is the correct one. So I can see that out of option, this should not be the correct one because of this line, and 2 could be the correct one, 3 could be the correct one. If I talk about 4 could be the correct one. So if I talk about option number 4, तो 4 में यहाँ पर आपको ये चीज़ एक्स्ट्रा दिखाई दे रही है, that should not happen. 3 में I am able to see this thing to be extra. So I believe 2 should be the correct one in this case. ठीक है? So 2 I believe should follow. Let me cross check if this rectangle, then this rectangle, and this, and ha. So I believe option 2 should be followed. Yes. Let us try to attempt this. So, are you able to get that? All people, are you able to understand what I am teaching to all of you? So we have 5 people with us. So you can let me know if you are not able to understand anything. Do let me know in case of any doubt. I am constantly checking your chat replies so that if in case of any doubt I will be helping you out. Okay, so let us solve this. So this will be, I will be able to see, then this thing. So this part I will be able to see. Then I will be able to see this part. Then if I talk about this shape, so this and this. So कुछ इस तरीके की चीज़ें आप लोगों के सामने यहाँ पर बनकर आएगी बच्चों. This is how something will be look like. तो कौन सा ऑप्शन हमें यहाँ पर सही होना चाहिए? Let us check. So option 1 should not be correct because this line I will not getting this line here, so that is why 1 is incorrect. 2 could be one of the possible answer or the most or the precise one. So I believe 2 is correct in this case, as much as I am able to understand, because 3, this square is additional here, this square is also additional in this case, so obviously 3 and 4 should be discarded. So 2 is correct in this case. And so let us do this type of question quickly in order to complete all the questions that we have for our today's session. So in this question I will be able to see this rectangle and this square. So first of all I will have this type of image, and then I will have this rectangle, then I will have this small square or rectangle type of thing. वो आपकी ऐसी दिखेगी यहाँ पर, and they should not be of equal length, तो वो कुछ ऐसा दिखाई देगा बच्चों. And then I will have this part, so that will look like this. So a rough sketch I have drawn for all of you. I hope you all are able to understand that. So let us check which is the matching one which I have drawn. So I believe 1 is the correct answer in this case. Option number 1, people. I hope you all are agreeing with me. Yes, 1 is the correct answer in this case. Let us move to another question. So I will have this square rectangle, then I will have this shape, तो जो आपका कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा. Then I will have this T type of shape, तो वो आपको कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा. I hope everyone is able to understand the way I am approaching this question. Yes, so I believe option number 3 is correct in this case. Let me cross check if option number 4, no, 4 is not correct because of this line. I will not be able to see this line. So 3 is correct in this case. How about 3 is the correct answer. Then this question, let me check if this question is, yes, this question is repeated here. So let us move to another question, or is it a different question? This is question number 36. This question was question number 40. Yes, it is a repeated one. So you will be able to attempt that. So I'm not. Okay, so from 41 to 45, this is the 41st question. 41st means in actual paper, this question was at 41. As of now, we have done some around 10 questions till now, 5 to 10 questions. So this is the 41st question, that is the 11th question for the day. Read the instruction first So what we have to, again we have to find out the side view of this. The similar type of question that we did in the previous 5 question was based on this type of question as well. So we will be finding out the correct view in the direction of the arrow amongst the answer figure. So let us move to another this question. So this is what you are able to see on my screen. So I will be able to observe this L shape figure. So मुझे कुछ ऐसा एक figure देखने को मिलेगा. Then what I will be having, I will have this rectangle. तो वो आपको कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा. Apart from that, I will have this square. तो वो हमें यहाँ पर ऐसा दिखेगा. I will have this square as well. तो वो कुछ ऐसा दिखने वाला होगा बच्चों. So I hope सब लोगों को समझ में आएगा how our figure is going to look like, and I believe option 2 is something I have drawn. So 2 is the correct one in this case. Very good, Monica. You are constantly doing great in this session. Yes. So let me just check if these two are the same question. No, they are not. They are not. They are not. Yes, but still let me try to find out. You will be seeing this L shape. तो आपको वो L shape यहाँ पर ऐसा दिखेगा. Then you will be seeing this rectangle. तो वो कुछ मुझे ऐसा दिखने वाला है. And I will have this square with me. तो वो मुझे कुछ ऐसा दिखने वाला होगा. In fact, this L shape should be some greater length. So let me properly draw this front view, side view of this question. So this will be look like this. Okay, so this is something I will be, this object will looking like. Now now some of you may be thinking that this length and this thing, they are away from each other, so when you see from the front it will look like as if they both are aligned. So that is why I have drawn in this way, and so that is why option number 1 becomes correct in this case. Again, so without doing further wasting of further time, let me solve this for you as well. I hope you all are able to understand this as well. So this L shape is something you will be getting. We have to observe the arrow, the direction that tells us that where to look from. So this will, I will be able to see. Then I will be able to see this leg. So it was an easy one, and option 2 clearly states this figure. You will not be able to see this part because this is behind this L shape. So that is why this will, something like this will be, we will be getting. Okay, now again I believe good question. Okay, so again I will be getting this L shape. I'm constantly getting this shape in all the questions that we have solved, but that is a easy thing to do. Then I will have this rectangle with me, so this will look like this. Then I will have this square with me, तो वो कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा. Will I be getting something else? I believe no. So option 3 from all we will be getting. I hope all the people that are joined with us, they are constantly engaged in this and they must be enjoying this session. They must be getting all the questions that we are doing here. Okay. Then I will be having this shape again. So this is something I will be getting. Then I will be getting this shape. Will I be getting something else? I believe no. So I believe from here I can move ahead, and option number 4 becomes correct from here, right? All the people, in case if you are not able to understand that, do let me know in the chat box. I promise I will be answering you all the queries, whatever, all the possible queries related to this session do let me know. I will be helping you out. This is the first question. This is again got repeated. So let us move to another question from 46. We will be now what we have to figure out. You read the direction for, instruction one. The 3D figure shows the view of an object. We have to identify the correct top view. This time I will be observing the top view. So you can see that top view, front view, side view, or all types of questions are being asked, and they from each type we are getting 5 questions from each. So that is a good number to achieve. I believe you all can achieve 10 to 15 marks in your top view, front view, in your isometric type of question, top view, front view, and all that. And elevation is somewhat typical as compared to the top view, front view, but again, if you are capable enough in imagination, in applying the right approach, I believe you will be doing that as well. So being a drawing student, you should not be leaving any of the questions of non-verbal, that is aptitude of this JEE. I believe you all can do that. So let us do this question from here. So we have to identify the top view. So in top view, I will be getting this shape, that is this rectangle I will be getting. Then I will be getting this small rectangle, which will look like this, and then I will be getting this L shape again. So वो कुछ आपको ऐसा दिखेगा, and then you will be seeing this part. कुछ ऐसा दिखना चाहिए मुझे वो, and at last I will have this part as well. तो वो कुछ I believe ऐसा दिख रहा होगा. So I hope you are able to understand this logic. Let me cross check if we have drawn it correct. So we have this rectangle, obviously I will be getting that here. Then I have this rectangle, I will be getting that here. This L shape, yes, I will be getting that here. This rectangle again, so I will be getting that here. This part, that is this rectangle. So the thing that from here we conclude that I can see option number 4 to be the correct answer for this. Correct one, people? Again, we have to identify the top view. So I hope you are able to see the questions and the options as well. So top view हमें फिर से निकालना है. So again I will be getting this square that I can see in all the possible option. This, if I talk about this part, but prior to talking about this part, let us talk about this part which can be seen here. तो वो हमें ऑप्शन नंबर 2 में दिखाई दे रहा है कुछ ऐसा. Option number 3 में because of this line this is not getting correct, and because of option number 4 ये correct नहीं हो रहा. So option number 2 is correct in this case. We do not need to draw the diagram all the time. This is the approach I did by options. I hope you all must be doing this with the option approach as well in examination, but for the sake of understanding you can draw your diagram. That is a very good thing to do. Now let us move to another question. Again, so I have already told you the right approach to how to attempt such type of question. If you are not able to discard the option, so you will be possibly going by the basic method, that is drawing the figure, and then you will be trying to solve that question. But now from now on, for this top view type of question, I will be discarding from the option itself, because we have done a lot of questions where we did the basics, and now we will be doing it quickly. So this is 2 squares I will be getting. So 2 squares I am not getting in option number 3. Then I will be observing this rectangle, so which is not possible, I am able to see in option number 1, because I am seeing this square and then this line, which should not be the case. So obviously I am discarding option number 1 as well. Now the two options are remaining. So here I can see that L shape I am getting here and L shape I am getting in here as well, but here this is one separate line, this is a separate line. So fourth option is also not possible. So second becomes the correct one in our case. Again, identify the top view. So this is square rectangle I will be getting. Yes, I am getting in all the four options, but in option number 3, again this square is not correct. So I am discarding it. Then I will be seeing this shape. So that can be seen here as well. Not in option number 2. Here in option number 3 has already been discarded, and option number 4 as well. So okay, out of 1 and 4 we have to select any one. Then I will be getting this shape. So that can be seen in option number 1 as well, option number 4 as well. Okay, quite close. Then the last thing, this shape. That is something I am able to see in option number 1. While in option number 4, this line and this line are different. So 4 is also discarded. 1 is the correct answer in this case. Similarly, I will be checking this as well. So I will be getting this square. Yes, I am getting a square in all. Then I will be seeing this rectangle. So this rectangle can be seen here, not in option number 2, option number 3 and option number 4. Okay. Then I will be observing this complete rectangle, which is not possible in option number 1 because they are two different figures. So discarding option number 1 as well. Out of 3 and 4, one of the option is possible. Then I will be seeing this L shape. So L shape can be possible in option number 3, not in option. However, L shape is also there in option number 4, but this extra figure is given in option number 4, which is not the case in the actual figure. So 3 is the correct one in this case. Let us move to another question. Now the type of question from 46 to 50, where we have done till 50 we have already done this. Again the questions are getting repeated. The reason the questions are getting repeated are because I have directly took the previous year paper from the NTA website and then I am solving this question in front of you. So some of the questions are repeated, so you can see that, you can avoid them. Now let us move to another question. So from 51 to 55, now we have to tell the mirror image. So the isometric portion where the top view, front view and side view has been completed. Now we will be observing the mirror image. So again, one of the methods is that you try to draw the mirror image, but the mirror image in JEE questions are quite complex many times, all the time to be more appropriate. Then what should we do? We just play with the options. We should learn to discard because very less days are remaining. So it's not the time to draw from the sketch. Even if you were to draw from the sketch, so I believe that discarding from the option is the best way possible for your examination point of view. So let us try to, which is the not correct figure in this case, try to find out that. So if I try to draw this, okay, let us see. So in option, I hope you all have understood, all have read the question statement. You have to find out the mirror image. So let us try to along the x line. Now if I observe these two triangles that I am not able to see in option number 1 clearly, so option number 1 becomes incorrect. If I observe 2, so okay, 2 I should give a chance to option number 2, option number 3 and 4. Okay, now let us try to figure out some other shapes. So this shape, which shape I am talking about? Okay, so if you observe this shape in option number 2, that is nowhere in our actual image, I believe, so that should be discarded. That's why I am discarding option number 2 as well. Then if I go by third and fourth options, so let me cross check which should be followed. Now in option number 4, you can see that this line, which is not given in actual figure here, so obviously 4 should also be discarded. 3 is correct in this case. I hope all are able to understand that, right? So many people, I am seeing that constantly Monica is answering all the questions, and that's worth appreciating, Monica, from my side, from our team. that you are constantly doing that, and I would export other people as well that they can also participate, because you also have to take the test, so you should be also participating in this live chat, because you will not get any opportunity again that with the people you want to compete you are getting options, you are getting uh, competition, so you should be answering all the question possible. Okay, now the next question. Again, we have to tell the mirror image. So let us try to figure out. So clearly, option number 2 can be discarded using comparing these two figures. So I am discarding option number 2. Now, if I talk about option number 3, so this shape is something I am not getting in my actual figure, and similarly, I can discard option number 4 as well. So 3 and 4 has been discarded simultaneously. So you can see that 1 should be the correct mirror image of this question. Okay, so let us move to another question then. It was an easy one, I believe. Now let us move to this one. So let us again try to observe carefully. So in this, let us try to observe. If I observe this shape, it is given in option number 1. But in 2, the length are not precise as compared to given in option number 1 in actual figure. So 2 should be discarded. Then if I talk about option number 3, so again you can say that this length, which length I am talking about? Actually this length and this length, they are one is very big and one is very small, while in our actual figure they are not very big and very small. However, there is a difference between these length, but not that they do not vary as given in option number 3. So 3 should be discarded. Then for out of option number 1 and 4, let us cross check which should be followed. So I can see this shape in option number 4 only. Let me cross check if I have. Can I discard option number 2 as well? Let me cross check. Still I would go after the most appropriate one, because even of option number 4 I am not getting that to be appropriate. This is not appropriate in 4. Okay, let us cross check again let us check all the possible options, because none of them are very much precise, I believe. So let us try to figure out. So this is, I'm not able to see in option number 1, so it has to be discarded definitely. Then 2 I'm talking about. So this length and this length are not very much precise, but rest of the thing okay. Okay, one more different here is that the shape that I am getting here in the actual figure is like this, while the mirror image shows me okay, the mirror image is correctly showing. Let us cross check again. So hold a moment. This is something I am getting in option number 1. Okay, yes. What I am not getting is this part, and this part are not to be matched. So yes, 1 should be discarded, no doubt. If I carefully observe option number 2 and the actual figure, so I am getting this shape. Yes, I am getting this shape. If I compare them, so they are not of the actual length. Now let us see option number 3. So I am getting this shape. Yes, that is given in this shape. Then I will have this shape, and then I have this shape as well. Again, they are not as much precise again here. If I talk about this shape and if I talk about this shape, they are totally different. So obviously 4 should also not be there. Now, to be honest, none of the options are precise, very much precise. But still we will have to select one of the options, so we will try to choose the most possible option possible, where very minimum variations would be there. So let us try to figure out. If I compare option 2 and 3, so we can see that option number 2, मेरी ये जो length है, this length, I am talking about this length. the I hope you all are able to see which I am talking about, this length. I hope you all are able to see my cursor and my orange marker. This length is greater in actual figure, and so is in option number 3. So that is why I would like to go with option number 3 in this case. मुझे यही select करना होगा, ठीक है? So let us move ahead with this discussion. Okay, this is the next question. Again, we have to find out the mirror image. So we can see that some option you can discard directly. That is option number 4. Something absurd has been given. Absurd means this line we are not able to see in our option number 4. Now, option 4, sorry, not 4, 3. It should be option number 3. Now, what else can we discard? Try to cross check that. Option number 4 can also be discarded using this shape. The foot of this shape. The fourth is also discarded. If I try to compare option number 2, 1 and 2, so let us cross check कि कौन सा यहाँ पर होना चाहिए. So I am getting the shape here, I am getting the shape here. Then I have this shape, I have this shape. Okay, let us try to differentiate where the difference lies in option number 2 and 1. So you can see that in option number 1 and 2, the difference is of only this one line. This line. So this line is given in our actual figure, that is here, not in this figure. One line had to be here, so that is why I am discarding 1 as well. So 2 is the correct answer for this case. Okay, in this question 2 will be the correct one. Let us move to another question. So this time Sangeeta is also participates in. Very good, beta. Okay, now let us move to this question of mirror image again. So let us try to play the discard method only, because you will not be getting time for drawing the figure. I hope you all are able to see the figures correctly. Do let me know in case if you are not able to see it. Okay, now again we will be trying that discarding method. So कौन सी लाइन को हम देख सकते हैं? Okay, so in actual figure I have this line, while if I consider and along with this line I have this line as well. This shape, this sector I am getting in this part, but I am not getting that in option number 1. So 1 should be discarded. Similarly, if I look other option, so let me cross check the lines. Okay, if I'm not on 2, 3 and 4, let us cross check them. Which option should I be following? Now this line, if I consider this line, so this line I am not getting in option number 4. That is why 4 should also be discarded. Then if I closely observe option 2 and 3, let us see what is the difference that we are getting. The difference between 2 and 3 is of this triangle, which is present in option number 2 but not in 3. So are we getting a triangle? Yes, we are getting a triangle in the actual figures. So I believe 2 should be the correct one in this case. Okay? Let us move to another question. Okay, the question is getting repeated. Now, in this type, you will be finding out the odd figure out of the answer figures given below, right? So this is one of the easiest type of question you will be getting in this. You will not even need required to think for a while, and you can directly answer while just looking at the figure. No observation, no much observation required. Obviously observations are required, but not to that extent that we are required in elevation type of question, top view, front view type of question. They take time. If you are taking time in some of the questions, so these type of questions are there which will save your time. This will average out your all the questions. That suppose if you have taken 1 minute, 2 minutes in one of the questions, these are the questions that you can crack in seconds if they are that easy sometimes. So we have to find out that odd one out, and I believe all can answer to this. So if I talk about odd one out, so let me check my chat box if you all are able to see answering that. So odd one out, so I can see that I have 4 vertices here, I have 6 vertices here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 vertices here, I believe. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 vertices, and then I have 8 vertices. So obviously you can see that this is an even number, this is an even number, and this is also an even number, but this one is an odd number. So option third is correct in this case. See how easy it was. Another one, I have 3 vertex, I have 4 vertex, I have 3 vertex, and in a circle I have no vertex at all. I have no vertex at all. But one logic behind that could be, okay, one of the notes has been given in this question as well, because there are 2 logics that are getting followed. Read the note here as well. For this question, ambiguity is found in the question answer. Candidates will get full marks for this question if any of the correct options are chosen. That means there are 2 correct options for this, and I have 2 perspectives of seeing this question. One is counting the number of vertices. If I count the number of vertices, I have 3 vertices in this, I have 4 vertices, and I have 3 vertices again. Well, a circle does not have any of the vertices, so this is correct answer. This is one of the correct options. Now there could be another way of thinking. That is, this shape is a regular polygon. To be not appropriate, to be more appropriate, if you take the mirror image of this, so you will be getting the same image. If you take mirror image of this, you will be getting the same figure. If you take mirror image of this, you will be getting the same figure. But if you take mirror image of this, so you will not be getting this figure. This will flip. While the rest of the figures, it will look like, even after flipping, they will not lose their originality. So that is why option 4 is also correct in this question. In the previous question also, there must be some of the ambiguity, right? So I have used this logic. If you have any other logic, do let me know in the comment box, do let me know in the chat box if you are thinking in another way. Possibly your answer could be different from mine. So this can happen in your exam as well. So be confident enough and use your logic. Now, this question. Again, we have to find out the odd one out. So we all can see that it is very easy to crack. Just as soon as I see that, I can easily crack that, and I believe you all are better than me in this type of question. So you all can also crack this. So this is the diameter, this is the diameter, this is the diameter, but this is not the diameter. This is the correct one, right? Okay, this one. Now again, equilateral triangle, equilateral triangle, equilateral triangle, but this is an isosceles triangle. So 4 in this question, this is the correct one, right? Let us move ahead. Again, an equilateral, equilateral one, and this is an isosceles. In fact, this is not an equilateral one, to be more appropriate. Exactly. Let us observe this question more carefully, which is the correct one. However, when we see this question at first, we observe that 4 should be the correct option. Fourth should be the correct option. Why I am saying so? Because the 1, 2 and 3 looks very similar. They look equilateral. But think for a while. When I say think for a while, I mean that what you can do to differentiate the the odd triangles from this, try to rotate these triangles. You will be observing that this is not an equilateral triangle. I can see that this length and this length are not the same. This is not an equilateral triangle. So is this one. Again, this is not an equilateral triangle. I can see this length to be greater than the base. And this is clearly not an equilateral triangle, while this is an equilateral triangle. So at first we believe that option number 4 is the correct answer, but when you observe carefully, the option number 2 becomes the correct answer. So some student, so Kaushik first said option 2, then he said option 4. Was it for the previous question, Kaushik? Yes, for the previous question you were saying, I believe option number 4 or 2. Okay, so I believe you are able to understand that second option is the correct one, appropriate one in this. Now again, let us move ahead. Now in this question, now read the instruction. The instruction reads that one of the following figure is hidden in the problem figure in the same size and direction. So this line is crucial. What is same size and direction? What do you mean by same size? We all understand. What do you mean by same direction? That means none of the figures are flipped or rotated. You will be getting the as it is figure in the option as well. So we have to find out which is the correct one in this case. So can I get the answer from your side, people? I am expecting your reply in the first question. Which shape, which option you are getting in this? Is there anyone who would like to contribute to our solution in this? So we are just at the verge of our session. We are just going to end this session soon because we have done a lot of questions. Non-verbal does not take a lot of time in explanation and in understanding as well. So I hope you must have enjoyed all the questions here. So last 4 to 5 questions are remaining. I will be solving 1 or 2 and I will be giving rest of the 2 or 3 questions to you as homework. And do try to do those questions. I will be telling you the correct answer in the comment box. Do let me know if you whether you crack it or cracked that question or not. Do let me know. So will I be getting any answer for this? Kaushik, Sangeeta, Monica, would you like to? Okay, so I can clearly see that it requires observation. So obviously you may take time in such type of questions. So if you talk about this figure, this is something that I can observe in here. Able to get that? This is something I am getting here. Right? So second option is correct in this case. Let us move ahead with our second question. Do let me know which shape are you able to find out. I'm waiting for your responses, people. Which shape are you able to find out? I will be telling 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So let's do this. So if you observe this shape and this shape, we are able to locate that, right? Let us move ahead. Now this question, and for this question specifically you need to understand the instruction that was given of the same size and direction. That means flipping rotations are not done, because lot of times students, they do not read the instruction carefully, and they begin to rotate this and they begin to flip that and take the correct answer, uh, while they assume that to be the correct one, but actually they are not. So we have to find out these exact shape. No flipping, no rotation is allowed. So let us try to find out which option you will be getting. So again, I will be counting from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So how to prepare for Nata second attempt? Yogesh, I will be telling you this after our session winds up. We are just beginning to finish. I will be telling you what you can do for Nata, right? So this is the shape that I am getting here, this shape and this shape, right people? So option 1 is correct in this case. Here it was first option. Okay, now this question. So should I be doing that for you, or you will be doing the homework? There two questions are left, 64 and 65. These two questions. You can, if you want to, I will be doing that for you, and or else I will be giving you homework. You can do let me know in the comment box, chat box, whether I should be telling you or whether I should be doing that question or not. So you have to identify again the correct shape that has been embedded. This type of question are known as embedded images, right? So how many types of question we discussed today? We discussed the odd one out, we discussed the mirror image, we discussed the embedded images, then we discussed top view, front view, side view. Is there something that I missed? So these type of questions are we have done. So people, I am giving you this question to be your homework. Do try to solve this question. You can take the screenshot. Again, I'm counting till 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And for the next question also I will be counting till 5. You can pause the video either. So, but still I will be counting till 5 and you take the screenshot. Do let me know your answer. I believe this is easy to crack. Both are easy to crack because you have done a lot of questions till here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was all about your aptitude session of JEE people. I hope you must have enjoyed this session. You must have learned a lot of things this session. Now one thing that I would like to tell you to all the people who are going to take upcoming exam of JEE. First I will be talking about JEE first attempt. That is beginning from 20th, I believe. So you all are drawing students, and from my side, my recommendation is that you should never be leaving any of the questions of non-verbal. You should be attempting all the questions of non-verbal. That is our aptitude part. That too with 100% accuracy. I believe we can expect that from you. You can expect that from yourself as well. So आप लोगों को सबसे पहले non-verbal तो करना ही चाहिए. Apart from that, when it comes to mathematics, 30 questions are asked. So try to attempt as many questions as possible. That too with accuracy, right? And then there is your drawing. So drawing is something I do not know very much about, but Rajan sir will be taking your session of drawing tomorrow at 6 p.m. There you can discuss with him. You can ask your question in the chat box whether what strategy you should apply at the examination hall while making your drawing. So that is from my side. Now one of the question that Yogesh was asking was of Nata. So my friend Yogesh, for second attempt, first of all you should analyze the yesterday's paper. The very first thing you should be doing, and you will be observing. In fact, Konak sir from our team, he has done one analysis for the previous for our yesterday's paper. He has done that, and he has told you that the questions of Nata that were asked, it was more of quantitative aptitude. A lot of question was asked from verbal part as well. So what our observation was, the question of verbal was less. However, their weightage was more. one question of 3 marks. While in case of aptitude, the questions of aptitude were more and they were of 1 mark. Then you should also be preparing for 30-second question, right? So the difficulty level of the question was easy to moderate. The question was not very much high. You all can do this because you all are maths students, I believe. Maths of 8th, 9th, 10th, you all can do. So you just what you required is practice. So for that, in order to attempt second attempt of Nata, you should be doing focus more on aptitude and verbal part. Maths carries high weightage, so a specific chapter of maths has been asked, that is trigonometry. In yesterday's paper, questions were asked from surface area, volume and geometry. These two topics were the favorite in yesterday's paper. So you should be doing that as well. So 3 to 4 topics of 9th class, that is surface area and volume, trigonometry, and what I told, surface area, volume, trigonometry, and then there is another question. Yes, geometry. So these 3 topics are something that you should be prepared of. I have also done a detailed analysis, the type of question that are asked in your session. You can see my video, you can watch, you can practice from there as well. And for more detail, you can enroll to our classroom program. We are going to start our crash course from 15-day crash course for second attempt of Nata from 15th of June. So you can contact to us, where we will be providing you the materials. We will be guiding you how you can achieve your target. So that's all from my side, people. I hope you must have enjoyed this session. For any query, do let me know in the chat box. Do contact to our team, they will be helping you out. So all the best for your JEE exam. Thank you. Take care.